Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
What's up, Michael?
What's up, Joe?
Shot out of a cannon right now. Don't ask me why. I didn't have all this energy until I said, let's go. And here we are going. Boom. Wide, wide awake. And as always, nice drink in the hand.
Drinking the rum.
Good for you. Good for you, pirate.
Ohio pirate.
It's all about the smiles, Michael. It's all about the smiles. So, there's a lot going on in the world today, Mike. I just mentioned to you a minute ago that, gas prices shot up down here. We'll see how much that keeps going. I always love the idea of paying for future gas that no one has bought yet. It's always a great thing to see the price go up. I'm paying for the shit you bought 3 months ago. Why are you charging me for the stuff that you're going to buy in the summer? But whatever. Capitalism at its finest, my friend.
When shall we bend them over and rape them solidly and financially?
Whenever we can, fine sir. Whenever we can.
So gross.
Yeah. So we hit the spring is, right around the corner. We're about to lose some more time in our life. The guy from The Princess Bride is gonna suck a hour out of our life this weekend.
No.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I just follow them, okay? Blame Ben Franklin. But as we look at the warmer weather coming on, my son had asked if we could go to the beach this weekend. And weather-wise, outside it'll be warm enough. I don't think I'm getting above a knee in the ocean yet. It ain't that warm, that's for sure. At least not without a
Yeah.
wetsuit. But thinking about that, let's say you're down at the beach and you're just going for a little stroll, just chilling out there, maybe checking out some bikinis, looking at the
Uh-huh.
surf, looking for a beautiful seashell to add to your collection or give to your wife,
Do I
or
get to dig
maybe,
up a sand dollar with my toes?
oh, Mike, you got a little weird there, but I'm okay with that. We have found in all the years, and we go to a lot of beaches, only found one full sand dollar ever, one time. And they're so, yeah, they're so brittle. The problem is you get it, you gotta be real careful with them I don't know where you gotta go to find the good ones, but I would love to because they're
I
cool.
remember we were on the Gulf on Sanibel Island down in Florida back in the 90s, and we
Okay.
were raking them up with our feet left and right.
Really?
And you pretty much just drug your foot across the sand in the Gulf of Mexico right there, and you would pull one up.
Gulf Coast it is then. Gulf Coast fishing is actually on my son's list of things that he really wants to do anyway. So maybe we'll go for a weekend.
Hell yeah. So anyway, we're working on the beach, Joe. We're enjoying
So
some surf, some fuzziness, some
we are.
seashells.
And you see a glimmer of something that catches your eye. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's not a mermaid. You're not Tom Hanks. You are not going to get. Hold on, I'm trying to think of her. You know what movie I'm talking? Mermaid, obviously. Oh my goodness, who was the blonde in that movie that Tom Hanks took home? Oh, nuts!
Oh,
It's gonna kill me. Daryl Hannah, thank you. Young Daryl Hannah
yeah.
too. Great.
Oh,
So it's not a mermaid scale or a dead fish, but you find a lamp, Michael. Oh my, you find a lamp. And you pick it up and laugh to yourself. And what do you have to do when you find a lamp anywhere in the wild?
smoke it.
I didn't say a hookah. God, my goodness. No, Mike, you have to rub one out on the lamp. Wait a minute. Rub
I have
one
to
out.
polish the knob.
So you're brushing the sand off of this dirty, dirty lamp, Mike. And out pops a genie who is nowhere near as humorous as Robin Williams.
Oh,
But he can be any damn thing you want. I don't really care. You can have him be fun, comedic, sour. Dude, this is all
but it's
bullshit.
got to be a dude. It's got to be a dude.
No,
Really?
it's a genie. It could be anything you want. But be careful with your imagination because I don't know. Maybe you're at a nice family beach, so be clean, dude.
Why do I have to get dirty with it? It's just easier to talk to women sometimes.
You are correct. But now, if they're now offering you those magical 3 wishes, is it easier to have the debate about what you wish for with Genie Dude or Genie Woman?
Well, I really don't think it would matter.
No, you don't think it would matter?
I
Okay.
think, well, I don't think it would matter as far as the genie goes. It might curve your mindset. So if I'm with a genie dude, I might just stay away from like, things like I need a bigger Johnson or something like that. But if you're a genie woman, you might think I need a bigger Johnson.
Well, you might ask her, take a look at this and give me your opinion.
No, no, I wouldn't do that.
Well, if it's genie dude, do you bro it up a little bit? Would your wishes be a little more, chest pounding versus genie woman? Would it be more ecological, help the whales and all that kind of shit?
No,
Okay,
no.
well then, how
Like,
about
like I said when we first started the conversation, I went straight to selfishness. I really did.
okay, well, Mike, then I'm gonna make it more fun, and the genie is gonna be like the Eddie Murphy dragon in Mulan.
Shit.
Just a little loud dude that wants to just talk to you, okay? So there's nothing in any manner that's gonna sway your opinion other than, that's all you want." Okay, there you go. So, Mike, what would be let's start. Do you go world peace and give me all of Elon Musk's money? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
how do
So,
you
well,
start?
let's start with world peace. Hell no. Only because I made the comment before, in a previous conversation that world peace would be boring. So, if you ask for world peace, what does that entail? Because you have to be careful with the wishes. So, world peace is everybody runs by each other, waving, hugs, flowers in the hair. I mean, what is world peace really? Is it
See, that's
gag me with a spoon, or is it just no wars? Which ain't true. The genie can be tricky. So if you ask for world peace, it could just be pretty much an autonomous system. Everybody dresses the same. There's nothing but it would be boring, Joe.
7 billion hippies in the
Yeah,
world.
everybody in the like, let's play some bongos today. I'm like, yeah,
Well,
no, I like the eclectic version of they like to play bongos, and these people like to make fun of these people playing bongos. I enjoy sarcasm.
here's the other thing, Mike. If you have world peace in our manner, like we're saying, okay, maybe there's no more wars and whatever, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna have hatred, racism, bigotry, everything can be still be out there. Like you said, it's all a matter of how you define peace. Doesn't mean everyone's kumbaya, does it? It just means they're not battling it out in some manner. It's
No,
all
I'm just saying that
internalized. We all die really young because we're so unhappy inside.
the genie could make us all a bunch of Stepford people. Stepford humans instead of Stepford wives going,
Yeah.
yes, the world is beautiful. Here.
I always wonder. I think that would be one of my first questions though, is how limited do I have to be or how grandiose
Oh,
can my verbiage be as to what I'm asking for? So it doesn't get too foobarred.
right.
You'd almost have to Genie's gonna be like, it's a single item and I interpret however I want. So you better be really specific, but there's no appendixes here, kid. You know?
Yeah.
So I agree with you on that one. World peace sounds like a great thing. And regardless, it might work out. And the other thing is, if you say world peace, you can't just say, I wish for world peace. Well, guess what? That could just mean the world's happy for the next 30 seconds. And then it goes right, you can say forever, right? So you have to be like eternity of world peace or some weird shit like that, because the
Yeah.
assumption just asking for it does not mean it is going to be an ongoing thing. Like you're saying,
Everybody will unload their weapons, like you said, for 30 seconds. Be like, all right, it's on again, fuckers.
yeah. All right. So what are you thinking then?
So if it's my very first one, and my wife and I had this discussion before, and mine would be simply immortality. Me personally, immortality 100%. I tell you why. It's not that I am afraid of dying in death. I mean, everybody is to an extent, but you know, at a certain age, you accept the process of life and what's going to happen to us all and stuff, even though you know it's going to suck and you don't want to do it. It's part of the way the universe works. The reason why I would choose immortality is because of the biggest thing that crushes my soul when I feel the day I die is how much I'm going to miss out on from now to the end of the universe. That's what really trips my trigger. What all the cool things and all the bad things and just everything you would miss from the day you pass on to the end of the universe. That's so my very first one would be I want to be immortal till the end of the universe. And as soon as the universe collapses on itself, that's when I die.
So that's I'm gonna go right along with exactly what we just talked about with world peace. I could cut your head off, put you in a glass jar, and throw you in the back of a closet, and you would just stay there till the end of universe? What if
How
I
long is
throw
that
you
closet gonna last?
well, then it gets crumbled down, and you get buried, and you're just underground.
Shoot my way out.
What if you end up in a three-alarm fire and you're burnt head to toe and you're in pain for all eternity?
Yeah, well, eventually something will come along, Yeah, the petting's pretty good.
They'll fix yeah, eventually they'll have a fix for stuff. That is true, that is true.
Eventually, but I mean, I also might live through the entire fall of the entire, ecological system and be living in chronic starvation, but
The
that's
only
ifs
thing
and
there.
buts. But I won't die, but everybody else will. But, um, but I think it's the idea of missing out on either the suffering or the bad things or even the good things or the cool things. It's
Yeah.
just fear of missing out, the whole FOMO thing. And you have to think, as long as, you that hypothetical where somebody might chop off my head like Freddy Krueger and stick me in a cookie jar. I
I'm
mean,
just saying, a lot of bad shit could happen in the whole span of time is all I'm saying.
Immortality would have to have its, like, I can't, like, kind of like a Superman kind of immortality. Like, I can't be burned or shot or cut up,
So you would put
kind of like,
some caveats to it,
yeah, I want to be immortal and indestructible from everything until the end of the universe. And there you go. But
or at
now
least
that,
okay.
but this, this is where it bleeds into the next one is wealth and power.
Oh, he's dipping.
Now
You're
that
going
I've
all
got
3.
all
You're going all 3
Right,
right away.
so now that I have immortality, and my wife asked me, she goes, "Well, if you choose immortality, what age would you do it?" I'm like, right now,
Right.
right where I'm
Good
at."
point. I agree.
I wouldn't go younger, I wouldn't go older, just right now where, if I have to live with whatever aches and pains you have at almost 50, great, whatever, but I can't die, so that's cool. But wealth and power with the knowledge that I've gained over the past 50 years, that will come in time. So, do I really need to waste a wish on that?
Agreed. I agree with that one. Power is a well, potential. As you get wealthier and over time, you will figure out the balances of power and how you migrate
How
into
would
that.
you wield?
Yes, maybe if you wanted to springboard it a little bit or have the ability to utilize some of that for your immediate family, you could, almost request a stipend, your GoFundMe via Genie. That's not astronomical, but it's to a point where like, all right, worst case scenario, just even investing half of this, I will always be set for everything as it grows for eternity. And now I've got this to play with and get really fun and creative with and not worry about. Right. So okay, so you've gone life expectancy.
Mhm.
That's your first wish. You have not used anything for anything else yet.
Nope,
So
I've got 2 more wishes.
you're not going money and power. Okay, you want me to join in on you or
Yeah, no, go ahead, bounce off of that one.
oh, so you got a tough one. I really do like where you're going with the immortality to a point, and I agree with most of it. The heartache of watching every member of your lineage die would be the worst part, obviously, and it would be an immortal life of I might have to say, if I went immortality, I would possibly need a immortal dog companion of X at certain X to always be there with me, so you're at least never alone, right? Kinda like
Well, that
you're
would have to be wish number 2, Joe.
again, it comes down to how you can put them together. But I don't think I would go the immortality route.
Alright,
I
what would be your first one?
that's a tough one, to be honest with you, because the age one is key. And you can't I wanna say that I would probably go along the lines of make me live until X and always be, healthy, disease free and die nice, peacefully in my hundreds. Something that is a, viable age where you're like, at some point I'm gonna get to this age and it's not fucking care anymore.
Alright, so what age is that? 300? 500?
That's the problem is I don't know what that is. Yes, you're right. That's why I never thought of that one that I would use that as a wish. So I'm going to table that because my first wish would not be about age.
Okay, well, what yours?
And since we're starting off being self-centered, I'm gonna go that route. And I think mine would be something along the lines of, I want the ability to master anything after the first time trying it. And that you can add in almost everything that you need. Oh, I wanna learn how to play the stock market. Read, 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 read. Oh, look, easy, easy, easy. I want to learn a keto. Hey, that's how you do it. Oh, shit. To be able to just soak, almost like the Matrix, where it's just, now you got to,
Yeah, you wanna plug in.
yes, but so you go at it and you say, all right, I'm going to learn how to do X. And you make that attempt at knowledge and it's just instantaneous for you. I want to learn a new language. You pick up a how to speak, Japanese, you breeze through it, and next thing you know, you're fluent.
Damn, that's a good one.
You would have the ability. Maybe then now, maybe I go back to school and I learn how to cure whatever disease you want. I just need to make the ability to do that.
Walmart Business is in the business of saving you time, money, and hassle. Whether your business started in a garage or is a garage, Walmart Business has the tools to help you get where you're going. Tools like free shipping, multi-user accounts, and just about any item your company needs.
Even a double filtration cyclone dust collector.
Yep, even that.
Sweet.
Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love. Now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com. Terms apply.
Well, see, Joe, now you need immortality because as soon as you learn how to cure diseases, you might get assassinated.
Dude, that's part of the problem with that one. I didn't say that that would be what I'd be doing with it, but
I'm sorry, conspiracy theorists. I
the
had to say it.
ability. Yeah, the ability. So that would be my first one. And I looked at it as I've gone through life and there's things that you go to learn. It just never comes as easy as you want. And I'm too lazy for 10,000 hours to master a sport. So I'd rather master it in an hour. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
So that would
Yeah.
be, yeah, now you could extrapolate. Dude, I'd be like, let's go to the casino. Oh, I'm taking down a casino. Are you counting
Mm.
cards? Nope. I just know what's going to happen. Sorry. I'm just that good. I will sit here in my drawers if you want. Let's go, guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
look, I lost $500, but then I won 6 million.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
no, I lost $350, but then I gained 15,000. No,
So
I
that
think
would
I
be
think that is a genuinely good one. But to bounce off your caveat, I would not be able to absorb everything
why not?
quickly with immortality. But over time, everything I felt that I wanted to learn, I would nothing but time but to do so. If I wanted to learn to play piano, I would have nothing but the rest of the universe to learn how to play piano. Violin, cello, with the cello,
Very true.
with the cello, cello.
Very, very true. I wouldn't need that time and I could be in the entire orchestra.
Yes. So you would pull immortality, but put in eidetic um, genius to be able to absorb things by just seeing it once, grabbing it, and there you go.
Boom. Yep. That'd be could have fun with that one. Could be dangerous. Could be one of the things where you go down the rabbit hole and you just do all the wrong things with it, or you could do all the right things with it.
Right?
If you put the two of them together, Michael, but wait a minute. If I could
Yeah.
see, that's the question is how deep would the figuring anything out? 'Cause theoretically, I could try to figure out immortality, but no one's figured that out. So you can't really, there would be a limitation. You can't master something that's not been, that there's
Yeah,
no answer yet, right?
yeah, carbon-based life forms have always been based to decay and rot away. So I mean, to figure that out would be a tough one. So like, you would need something like magic to make it happen. I mean, you can make us last longer, but indefinite, not unless you've got cloning and then it's just not you on
We don't
clone
need,
number two.
yeah, we don't need to have people indefinite because that just goes on forever. Too many people. Sorry, not enough assholes out there, including
Yeah. Now,
myself.
now we got to go into another question we have to ask about this whole genie discussion. If we have the genie and we have our wishes, can the wishes only be for us? Do they have to be selfish wishes, or can they be cloaked as an umbrella over other people?
So I would go with I'm gonna be as stereotypical as you can be based on every Aladdin style movie. What do they say? The only rules are can't raise the dead, can't kill somebody, and can't force someone to fall in love with you. Anything else is fair game.
Hmm. I did read one thing where a guy wished for more genies. Is
The
that
more
like
genie
wishing for more wishes?
see now I wonder, could you wish for more wishing lamps? Because then if you got 3 per, you'd never have to worry about running out of ideas.
But I think everybody would shut that down quickly. But that's just the same as wishing for more wishes.
Yeah, I think you kinda, they seem to be let's stick with 3 because that just makes it too easy to
And
extrapolate too much, and then you don't have to think.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, my first wish would be infinite wishes. I'm like, well, no, that's not the rules.
Yeah. Sorry, you get 3, piss off. If it's anything
Yeah.
dumb, you die. So what are you okay,
And
what are
they
you going
stay on wishing for more wishes. So my next one. So I've got all the time in the world, and it would be hard pressed not to steal your second one to be a little bastard, right?
but let's pretend you never heard that.
What? But that was the biggest question I had. Is like if I have all the time till the end of the universe,
What am I do with it?
right? If I go for a wish of eidetic genius and I learn everything in my first 100 years, well, what am I going to do with the rest 4 billion?
Well, as the world evolves though, right, you're gonna continue to learn more and more stuff. Space travel really comes about, now you're the one who's like, I can't die, I'll get in that capsule.
Hell yeah,
It's
I'll
like I
float through
gotta
space.
I just have to
I'll
have a
fart my way
jetpack.
back to Earth.
Yeah, I just have to find a way to get back if it blows up because I'm gonna be the only thing left type of deal.
I don't think I would wish for something for like world peace because I know that that's an impossible feat. It's societies. I don't feel the human brain can handle that. To be
What
honest,
about what about just removing hatred? You would still have jealousy and wrath and just or even just pure evil. I don't know. You gotta have some of it as the problem. There has to be a balance, right? You wanna come up with this, like you said, grandiose thing to make the world a better place, but at the same time
I think mine honestly would be, and it does sound a little Greenpeacey on my end. The whole, I'm like a little tree hugger here for a second, but um, m- the wish would have to be born around ending global hunger for all eternity and clean water forever. It's something like that. Because you're still gonna have wars, but at least you won't be over food and water. You know what I mean?
yeah, there'll be fruit
Um,
trees everywhere or something, but at some point, food and water will
right.
always be plentiful in the whole world.
Right. I mean, I've only witnessed starvation one time as somebody slowly goes through their cycles of the end of their life. And it's not fun to watch. And then you see it globally where kids are going through that. So I think that I would definitely wish for that right away. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Because yeah, I think I would do the whole everybody's got food, everybody's got clean water. However it happens, don't give a shit as long as it happens.
It's not everyone's carrying around a Snickers for the rest of their life. "I'm hungry." "Ah, well, crap it is."
Hey, what the fuck? As long as you're not hungry, man.
RFK would not be happy with that, Michael.
Hey, man, give 'em a pop of Pringles. If you pop, you can't stop.
Right.
No, Pringles is not sponsoring us.
I wish, because I would eat that right now. Well, that's a good one, though. I like that, eradicating hunger and thirst. So he didn't stick with being selfish.
Yeah, yeah, because I've known people that were hungry. I've seen the hunger, and especially when you live in America like we do, and you know that it's not a necessary ailment.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know how much food this country produces and has, and there's no reason for anybody to be starving on the street at all. And then when you see globally that it's actually a geography thing and people don't have the means to remove themselves from that situation, that's when it's like, what do you do? I mean, my $5 a month ain't gonna cure shit. It'll help.
Correct. Yeah. So you got me, Mike. That was a good one. I didn't, damn you to hell.
Oh,
How
yeah,
can I
you're identical.
I mean, I guess I could cure a lot of stuff, but not gonna do it that quickly. I guess I could just be like, "Hey, bring back Jesus. Let's just fix everything right now." And then the genie goes, "Well, guess what? I got bad news for you." Shh.
Reality, Joe.
So I am going to delay because I do think a good human being has to at least use one of their 3 wishes for the betterment of their fellow man. My second one though, Mike, because this is something I've always thought would be a cool thing, ability, and it goes along the lines of yours, your first one,
Mhm.
is I think I would wish for the healing abilities of Wolverine and or Deadpool without the fucked up burns and all that he got it for him. Because then you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
pretty much live as long as you want unless you eradicate yourself down to a cell or whatever, right? I don't think Wolverine went
sure,
that far. So at least he could still eventually die, but you could make it through damn near anything you wanted.
sure.
And as long as you wanted. That also mean like, "Oh, any disease in me, gone. You wanna get super buff? I mean, go to the gym and just start working out because if you're healing instantly, you're tearing muscle and building it right up. So you'd be like, you could be in whatever shape you wanted to be, right? I think that would give you the ability to protect and live as long as you so desired with the ability, because I also have the brain power to learn anything I want.
Sure.
I would also know the way that I could end it when I got to that point where I'm like, all right,
Had enough.
been enough. It's been enough. So that would be my second. And that would be my definite, that's my real one that's just selfishness right there. Because the first one, you have the ability to use for selfishness across the board, but I could apply that to anything. I could figure out how to purify water and desalinate it and spread that across the world for free, and all that type of jazz.
Oh yeah.
Hunger one's a bitch though, because you can't just say, "Oh, well, we're gonna magically find a way to grow pineapples, or oranges in the desert." Well, they need a lot of water and all that. You can't. Maybe you could, but there's gonna be physics and science is still going to limit your abilities of what you wanna do.
Which
And
totally screws up my third wish.
because even like Bill Gates and all of his money and trying to help out all the stuff he's done with billions, he's only still helped this tiny percentage. So to be able to help the impoverished of the world, yours is I like the way yours went with that one. And I would hope the first one would also give me the knowledge to come up with something that would help without
Absolutely.
being wasted. I hope.
So my third one, Joe, was going to be time travel. Now that grows off of being immortal. So if I have immortality and time travel,
Oh my goodness.
and I've already solved world hunger and thirst, and I also have immortality. Now I also have the power to flake the space-time continuum on any length and level that I want to change the globe. Now think about that. Fuck.
Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.
The other beauty of being able to live as long as you want is you could travel to any time period and experience it for as long as you wanted without
Exactly.
fear of disease or anything. And then when you're tired of it, just leave.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously we've talked about the butterfly effect before those. You would have to be very careful in wielding such a power.
But at the same time, it is that power that you would wield that would make being immortal even more interesting.
So
So
if you
if I'm in a spot, say let's go World War II, right? You've got we
everyone's
already know the whole story, World War II, right? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna talk to those art people and say, hey, I think you should let Adolf Hitler into that school. He is a decent artist. And then sit back and see what happens. But if I didn't like the result, I could always go back and splinter it again. Like I said, it would make immortality consistently amusing.
So with all that time, if you went back and you went there and then you said, "All right, let's see what changed." And you shoot back to 2020 and you realize, "Wow, this world is really jacked." There were I almost said something really bad. I'm not going to go there. But anyway, a lot of people were supposed to die all around the world and all this was not, was supposed to happen and it by not having it happen, it just caused something even worse. And then you get like, "All right, now I got to go back and stop myself, knock myself in the shoulder, like,
Yes.
"Hey, me, it's me. Don't do this shit." Because it's not you picked the wrong thing to muddle with. Just go find something else because this one's not good. Trust me, it's worse.
Yeah, it would be a finite point because you have to look at the terrible happening of things of okay, say 3 to 6 million Jewish people were killed in the Holocaust. Now those people don't die. Then what happened? 3 to 6 million people now still exist on the earth. That's a lot
So,
of people.
yeah,
No, no, I'm not saying that the Holocaust was a good thing at all, but action reaction, cause and effect.
yeah.
What is the rebound of that? But being immortal, I think it would be of me to totally screw up the world with a glass of rum in my hand.
Now, what if the trickle effect to something like that meant you never existed and you just got yourself stuck in some land because now you come back and, well, Michael, because of X change, you never existed, which means you never found this lamp, which means everything you wish for doesn't exist when you return.
Okay, so then that means I would never travel before 1890. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's when it was around 1875 to 1890 is
Family
when
came
the
together.
Irish immigrants and the German immigrants of my bloodline came over. And for some reason, they both landed in Baltimore.
Interesting.
Baltimore? Fucking Baltimore?
I like Oreo. I don't know. A lot of people like that. It's a good latitude, I guess.
Yes. I'm like, well, you ain't get stabbed. What the hell? We got Baltimore. I'm sorry, Maryland. I love you.
But that's another one is you can obviously it's like the chances that you even exist in the, like we talked about, the matter of extrapolation of math as to the how big of the nuances that you are even here. We're talking about if you did something wrong, the down effect yourself. Well,
Right.
but obviously if that happened, you could conundrum this all you want because, well, if I did this and didn't exist here, then I didn't exist here to come back and do that and do, well, we could just swirl this around forever. So obviously my time travel's going to impact everybody except me, whichever way
Yeah.
you like,
That would be cool. That would be cool.
because I'm a time traveler.
And even
Because
if it well, even if it did as a time travel, being able to work in and out of past and future and shit like that, even if I knew I had to stay on the sidelines and, like, watch from a different distance to see the epic battles that happened that created where we are now
right?
in modern, it would be amazing,
Yeah, that would
fucking
be the
amazing.
imagine being able to like, all right, how do they build the pyramids? I'm gonna go find out. I'm going to
Yeah,
go watch it happen.
yeah,
How yeah. Did Area 51 happen? When did they say it happened? All right, I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go watch JFK get assassinated. I'm not gonna stop it because but yeah, wow, that would be just everything you ever learned about in the history books, you could go experience it. That would be
and
pretty
things that you don't know that you don't know are going to happen if it's possible. Like I said, it kinda having to abide by the math and physics of science would be the binder. That's why that kinda messes that up,
yeah,
because the only thing that they've proven in time travel is, on the what is it, the nucleus level? I
I
mean,
don't
we're
know.
talking super, like,
Minute.
milliseconds of in the future and in the past on the cellular level that it is doable for right now. It's, like, not even there's no way that humans could go through.
Could you imagine going into the future too and then be like, "Oh, I was right, son of a" which would even be more interesting, right? To go 10 years out, 100 years out versus back. At least you know when you go back, technically what you're going to look for. You have an idea versus in the future, imagine if you go out like 100 years and then you're just literally disappointed, like, "This is all we've done. What the
We're
hell is
still
wrong with"
driving is
there's literally no flying cars still. The Jetsons were such a lie, bastards.
That's it. I take out the Jetsons. Hanna-Barbera going down.
Okay, well, time travel, that's a I like that. You could be, hopefully they don't he doesn't do it in a way that you get quantum leap.
Yeah, well, I mean, even that would be interesting. I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad. So beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But I would be immortal, so screw it.
But just
Let's
continue
just kind
on.
of go with the flow.
Right? Yeah, I think if I'm using my last one and I've gone to the point where I'm not gonna live as long as I want and be able to do anything I want, which would also mean cure disease for my wife and children, and, again, you're gonna like your immortality, you're gonna watch them perish one day, but you'll then watch the next generations come up and be able to leach your knowledge into them and all that fun jazz. I guess after that, it becomes something similar to your hunger one of almost like erasing poverty or ensuring that every human being from now until the end of time always has all their basic necessities that they need to sustain
Yeah.
a happy life. And that doesn't, again, basic necessities doesn't mean it's food, shelter, the minimal, for all that. And again, doesn't mean you're still going to have death.
Yeah.
It would try to put everybody on an equal footing. Everybody would be born with the minimum because
Right.
there's too many that are born right now with less than even that. Like you said, no running water, no clean water, shitting in the same
Even in
stream.
here in America, mom's thieving the Target for diapers because they can't afford them for their baby. Those are the ones that don't have the drug products. They just can't get the diapers for their kids, so they go and shoplift.
Yeah, but it would definitely have to be something around that same caveat of lines of just raising everybody a level up to where at least
Figuring out a sustainable economy for all to flourish, at least on a basic level.
yes, even if it's I want the ability to hand out a basic no, I wouldn't go with that one because then you're gonna be part of it, it's a problem, but, your basic living wage, the whole world. But again, then people could squander it on dumb shit. So if you're just making sure that everybody had the minimum that they needed to be healthy and safe, then it's up to everybody. They can move forward with that. At the end of the day, you always have a place and food to go home to. What you do with that, still up to you. Go fuck it up.
Yeah,
Can't stop you there because, we all make our own decisions and you don't want to take that away, just like yours.
yeah,
The food can be out there, so that's always there to eat and drink. If you choose not to, can't help you out there. Still don't
right.
want to take the
I'm not a
free will.
biblical guy, you know that, but free will is the thing that the human
100.
mind has to just accept.
It's really what separates us. So, in my opinion.
Mhm. Makes everybody their own individual.
Yeah. Um, well, I like that, Mike. I like the fact that we both went a little selfish. We both made sure we still had a twinge of goodness in us.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious that both of us do want to be around longer to experience more, even knowing the pain that would go with it.
But if I have time travel, I can just say, "Take me to the end of the universe."
Look at you. See?
Yeah.
You did find the loophole. I am done with this. Take me to 5 minutes before the universe collapses.
Yeah.
And I'm
What a
gonna
sight.
maybe, yeah, maybe it's just when the sun finally dies out or explodes and you just sit there and eat some popcorn, have a you know what? Take me back to the '50s where I can get a pack of Pall Malls first because I'm gonna go down in style.
What is that? And then the reason why I pulled that one up of immortality is that movie with Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine. You're right. That's why I chose it.
The tree. No, the fountain. If you've ever
Man,
watched that movie with Hugh Jackman. So from what I understand, it's been a long time. It's a romantic drama, but it goes out to where, like, I believe, if I remember correctly, he's a conquistador and they find the fountain of youth, or he does. And he lives forever. And you see him at the end of the universe just floating through space and stuff. It's a really deep, like, n- niche nouveau art film, and it's not an easy watch, but it is quite interesting. But it's like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool sitting there at the end of the universe, floating through space on a rock, being like, there it is, here we go,
now what do I do? Shit. I'm getting bored.
turn off lights.
As
Yeah,
long
it's
as you
called
didn't
the
lose your
fountain.
as long as you didn't lose your time machine, I guess you're okay there. Because then you can be like, all right, let's go to where this is over because now I'm bored.
Time travel by the power of thought.
Or there ooh, so you don't lose it. Smart man, smart man. I like it. I like it. Because
Damn right, bro.
at that point, you could take it to almost the end and be like, I'm not done. Let's go back and do this some more because I can always get back here. I like, yeah,
I said it would make time travel would make immortality completely doable
yeah, as long
and
as
survivable.
yeah, you're removing some people be like, "Oh, I wanna be a vampire." Well, that would kinda suck thinking about it. It'd be cool, but you're only
No.
out at night. You're stu too many limitations to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
the rules have now grown to where they can't eat meat, and I love steak and pork and bacon, and I'm just like, if I can't eat that stuff without puking, I don't, shoot me now.
100%, Mike. 100%. I agree.
I
Well,
enjoy
Michael
food, people.
yeah, right? Mike, this was fun. I enjoyed it. This is a lot more open-hearted, fun little topic. You get
Oh,
there's the
yeah.
whole thing is now what do you do when the genie gives you that look at the end? "You didn't free me, man." What if someone comes
Oh,
along
then I just rebury it and wait for the next person to find it and let them have a good time.
and just hope
Before you
that
know it, there's gonna be like a dozen of us.
and you just hope that person doesn't wish to undo all of your wishes.
Oh, that's where we take it out to the, what do they call it? The, Challenger Deep. Put it into the concrete block. Yeah, don't shoot her into space. Mariana's Trench, baby. That's where you're going.
Just to make sure this I don't get screwed.
Yeah, but I know I'm immortal, so if I ever want to rub your lamp again, I'll just dive down the Marianas Trench and grab you.
Good point. Good point. That'd be a question is what's the time frame on this?
I think 3 wishes, anything you want, that's
Doesn't
pretty
exist
much
for
it
you
for
ever
you,
here.
done. Nope, your DNA has been contaminated.
True that. Minority Report gonna come get you. All right, my friend. Until we talk next.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your evening. I know I am with my rum and joe.
I am going to go do I want to make one of my children do his homework. And he'll be pissed, but so is life.
Oh,
Yay!
it'll be all right.
Do it right the first time, and you wouldn't have to do it again, kid. Love you, but it is what it is.
All right, everybody.
All
Have
right,
a good
brother, man.
night. Love you guys.
Peace out. Love y'all.